Sif's blood. Barely survived that encounter. I'll bring you a new transmission. Vode An.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Vode An, episode 14. We're on episode 8, I think, of Before the Dark Times. I always forget. Episode 8 or 9. Today, we're doing 3 stories. We're doing a story that we forgot to read, Heart of Fire, which is a short comic. Stark Hyperspace War, which is the next story arc in Republic. And then we're also doing the Devaronian version, which is kind of like a 2-issue comic or 2-issue arc in Republic. We won't spend a whole lot of time on that one. Oh, I mean, we might. Who knows? But let's do Heart of Fire first, since that took place. That took place after Hunt for Orsing, but before Darkness. It's a 3-issue comic. It was included in what issue of Republic?
It's included in none of them. It was part of Dark Horse Extra. It's the same thing with like the Aura Sing Aura Song comic, where it's like it's these black and white Dark Horse comics, but it was reprinted in the Menace Reveal Omnibus and Menace Reveal Epic Collection.
Oh, okay. The link for it is in the timeline, which is in the link in the description if you'd like to check it out. If you don't have the Epic.
I mean, warning: if you click the link, it leads to read comics online. So, like, if you don't have an ad blocker, you're gonna see some unsavory ads.
Yeah, we'll just say the least.
Yeah.
Some
not safe for work stuff.
Yep. But I did read that, and or we read it, and I thought it was pretty good. I actually really enjoyed it. I mean, the comic takes place right after Hunt for Orsing, the final issue of that series, and it's Quinlan meeting with the Padawan whose master was killed by it was the Ank's Jedi, right? I think. Or am I getting it confused?
No, it was never a character like actually in the story.
Wait a minute. In Hunt for Orsing issue 1, right? The story opens with Orsing killing Jedi.
I don't think that's Zion's master. I can check. Listen.
It might. I'll be honest. I don't remember.
I don't think it's her master. Let me see.
From what I remember, they're just 2 Jedi just killed.
Jay Mickle. Yeah, that was the Onks. That was the Onks.
Was that was her master, right?
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. His name is Jay Mickle. How the hell you say it? Yeah, it was the Onks.
Okay. And her Padawan was that Twi'lek Padawan, and she meets with Quinlan after the events of Hunt for Orsing, after the story arc is concluded. Basically, they talk about how, the Padawan, I forget her name. She had like a weird name. She actually
Zion.
knew Ayla. Zion, yeah. She knew Ayla, and because they were both Twi'leks, so they Twi'lek Jedi, so they were had a little bit in common. And she gave Quinlan something called a Heart of Fire, which is like a gem amulet of some kind. And she gave it to Quinlan, and basically it was a gift to her from Ayla, right? And she gave it to Quinlan to so he could use it psychometry, and he ended up seeing a bunch more memories of Ayla, and of course afterwards Quinlan is very appreciative of that. So it was a really heartwarming story. I thought it was really, really good. Really enjoyed it. It's only 3 pages, so it took you like 2 minutes to read, but it's pretty good. Just a little interlude kind of story. So, what did you guys think of it?
I thought it was really sweet. So like small little 3-page little fucking jib, like just more Quinlan and Ayla Secura. Sweet moments, cute stuff. I mean, if you like the relationship, like I'd say read it. It took me like a minute and a half to read it, but
yeah, it was pretty quick.
Pretty quick read, pretty cute. accentuation of their relationship. And I mean, I don't think I have much to say that like Lance hasn't already said. So I'm kind of like echoing his thoughts.
Well, I was gonna say that I thought it's still great. Of course it still holds up like years later. It's a short comic. Dark Horse did a bunch of the Republic short comic tie-ins, and it's like not a whole lot of them are really good. There's Poison Moon, which is an Anakin Obi-Wan story, and that one's really that one's not that's not pretty good. I think the best out of the bunch though. What's up?
I was gonna ask, like, based on the name, is it the Omadune, like a tie into the Omadune arc?
No, it was way before the Clone Wars. It was basically like they got stranded on like some moon, and some judicial Republic vessel had like I think like a ghost lady on it. Like it's like some woman that can like phase through walls or something, and she had poisoned the ship crew, I believe. I could be entirely misremembering the story. I have not read it in like years, but I just remember distinctly that it wasn't really good. Heart of Fire is easily the best one, even compared to Aura Song, and I really like Aura Song, but this is like 3 pages, and it kind of mogs like as a story. It mogs Aura Song pretty hard.
Yep.
But it's a nice emotional story. It sets the backdrop for like why Quinlan cares so much. Like what is the actual depth of their bond? Because I feel like the original Republic series, we're at the end now. After this video, this will mark the end. And to be honest, I don't really think the comic highlights the weight of the relationship enough. It's like you can infer it, and Darkness gives a glimpse of like why it matters so much. And Rite of Passage is kind of like they dump like a bunch of stuff showing you why they work as a duo. But this is like I feel like a better window. Not a better window, but it helps you ease into why they are the way they are. Because honestly, they just don't spend enough time on it, and it's like it's a shame because, like I said, we're at the end. There's more of them, of course, in Republic, but for now we just have this. But it's not bad. It's serviceable. It does its job. It shows us why it matters. But also the art, like for a 3-page fucking short comic, the art's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's all I really got to say about it. I mean, the only thing I can say is like if was watching this and they recognize the character from Legacy, or not from Legacy, but Darth Krayt in Legacy, Zion has a connection to Krayt, which I won't spoil for Lance here or Ken, since they don't know Zion just yet, but they'll learn the connection.
Yeah, we're little fetuses to all this.
Yeah, we're growing up in the womb.
Ken's seen her. Ken's technically seen her, but Lance, you haven't finished Legacy, so you haven't seen her yet.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I read Legacy like years ago, but I don't remember that scene. If I saw her, I could. I mean, technically,
she shows up with Darth Krayt. I can't elaborate. You have to see it again.
So this kid lives until damn Legacy.
No, she doesn't live till then. I can't elaborate. You gotta see it. You gotta see.
Yeah,
when we do
our post Jedi series, we'll get there eventually.
That's not even what I meant, bro. Like when we get there to Republic, you'll see what I mean.
Oh, you're talking about in Republic. Oh, I see.
There's something that happens in Republic that has a payoff all the way in Legacy, and it involves her and Oscar. I can't explain it.
All right,
but let's go on.
The next story we're gonna do is a pretty big story arc here. The next
Stark Hyperspace War.
Stark Hyperspace War, which is one of the bigger conflicts that happens in the galaxy. Of course, after the Rusan Reformation, but of course before the Clone Wars. So basically, this comic, it's issues, I think 33. Let me see here. Oh, that's the wrong comic. too many comics. I got too many.
So many comics on my bookshelf.
This is issues 36 through 39 of Republic. It's written by John Ostrander and illustrated by... John Ostrander and illustrated by... Who the hell illustrates? It's Fabry, right? Yeah. Davide Fabry. And basically it is a flashback comic. It's a flashback of, Plo Koon and Mace Windu and a couple of the other Jedi telling Aayla Secure what happened in the Stark Hyperspace War, which took place about a decade and a half or so before the Phantom Menace. And basically, it is this comic that describes this border dispute, sort of border conflict, between a group called... it's like a commerce guild called Stark something. It's made up of like bounty hunters and assassins and different groups, it's a criminal organization. It's not a commerce guild. It's a criminal organization. And they basically fake this Bacta shortage, this explosion of a chemical on Typhera that is used in Bacta. By the way, that's a connection to the X-Wing novels, for those who don't know. Mm-hmm. That's a huge connection to the X-Wing novels.
It's a massive connection.
I mean, it's kind of just continuing, what X-Wing established, but there was this fake, explosion, and it was done by the Stark. It's led by a guy named Aiko Stark.
Aiko Stark.
Yeah, Aiko Stark, and the Trade Federation, of course. They're in cahoots with them. Basically, to make Bacta go up, and so they can sell Bacta, expensive prices and make more money. Of course, the Jedi get involved, and the Jedi that are involved are Quillen Vos, Thulm, Adigalia, Mace Windu, Plo Koon, Jedi Master Tybaka, who was Plo Koon's master. He's a Wookiee Jedi, one of the very few in the expanded universe. Who else is involved? Jace Dallin. He is like a Republic. What was his title?
He's an ensign.
Oh, an ensign. Okay, I didn't remember. He was like a young guy, up and coming. And who else? Who else was involved? I think that's
Randolph Tarkin.
Oh yeah, there was a Tarkin family member. It doesn't clarify how he's related to Tarkin, but he's a member of the Tarkin family. I don't remember. They called him. He was a senator, obviously from Iriadu. But anyway, he's involved. Basically, I'm gonna try to make this as short as I can. The plot here: the Jedi try to set up a meeting with Stark. It goes haywire. Tarkin rather creates the Secret Republic fleet to try and attack Stark and what he's doing. Stark ends up springing, what he thinks is a trap. And eventually the Jedi and the Republic, the Republic officers and whatever, they fight Stark. He's convinced to leave, to defect, and he joins the Jedi, and the Jedi end up actually forcing the Trade Federation to help them take out Stark, and they succeed, and this is basically what props up Valorum. Valorum's involved too. He's a big character in this. This props up Valorum as a really good politician. This is what puts Plo Koon on the council. This is what establishes the bond between Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon are also involved. Sorry, there's a lot of characters in this comic. A pretty big cast of characters here. This establishes the relationship between Obi-Wan and Quillen Vos, which I assume we'll see later on in Republic. Yeah, that's the end of the story. So it's pretty interesting. Tidus, how about you start giving us your thoughts on the comic?
So I'm gonna be real. I did not enjoy this as much as I did when I was younger. And I think I only really enjoyed it so much back then because I had a lot of free time and I use that free time to binge read the comic. Like I binge read this like right after Darkness, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of flowed together better than like reading it a week apart from Darkness. I don't know if that makes sense. It's just that's kind of like the vibe I had about 5 years ago. The story itself, though, I mean, it was cool, I guess. I just kind of just feel like that a lot of it is kind of word vomit. Like it's like there's so many like descriptions and text boxes, and the political intrigue's not really, intriguing. It's kind of like the beginning of Cloak of Deception, where it's like the politics is like mind-numbingly boring, but then like towards the middle of the book, it kind of picks up. But at least in this case, like the book never really picks up. Like, I think the politics is, it's pretty uninteresting.
Yeah.
Fucking the characters though, that's kind of what saves it a little bit. Plo Koon is pretty cool in there. Tyvaka, I like Tyvaka's death. It's pretty nice use of the Jedi Code. Fucking, I'm trying to remember because like I honestly, it's kind of like a daze, man. It's like I remember reading through it, and it's not like I didn't retain the story. It's just kind of like there's so much happening all at once, where it's like some of it I just kind of just forgot, or I just like kind of mentally checked out while reading it because there's so many text boxes, so many text boxes.
That's how I felt. It's extremely wordy as a comic.
Yeah.
And the part of that is, I don't mean to interrupt Tidus, but part of that is like this is a recollection. This is the characters in the story are telling the story. And I think that's the problem with it. It's not just this should have been like sort of like Jedi Council Acts of War. It should have been kind of its own thing in a different series, not in this series where it takes place in the present, but it's a past event being told in the present, and I think that's a problem. Anyway, go ahead, Tidus.
I don't know. I mean, that's a good point though. Like frame stories don't always work all the time. I probably would have benefited better if it was like Acts of War, because then it's like you wouldn't have the baggage of like Plo Koon going, "Little Sucuy'gar, back in my day, I saved a bunch of platoon men." But it's like
I saved a bunch of soldiers.
We don't have that luxury, so we're stuck with this bullshit. But
Unfortunately,
but, I mean, it was
funny the way you put that, bro. We're stuck with this bullshit.
Stuck with this bullshit. That's bullshit.
BS. Bunch of nonsense.
But I'd be lying if I said the action wasn't good. It's just that there was so much happening, and I really just kind of gave up on writing notes on it. And I typically write notes on stuff, but it's just like I didn't really have anything to say about it. I mean, I thought it was kind of cool that and this is also, by the way, the first utterance of the term Great Jedi. It comes from here. It comes here, guys.
Yep.
Hyperspace.
So I'm gonna actually spend some time talking about that because I think it's relevant, but we'll do that when it gets back to me.
We got that there, and also another that was funny is that the other night me and Lance were joking about HK-47 or just HK units in general existing in like the modern era of Star Wars. And then I remember like making a connection years ago when reading this comic. But literally the droids that Stark used are fucking HK units.
Really?
Yeah, he calls them hunter killer droids like all the time.
Oh yeah, he does.
But it's
they
like
they
look
like
nothing like them.
They don't look anything like the hunter killer like droids. So I was like scratching my head.
I didn't make that connection.
They're probably like fucking HK like 10,000 or something like. I don't know.
HK
Maybe
100
using
million.
like hunter killer is sort of like how we like as a you know how we call like all tissue Kleenex? Maybe he was calling it like in that. There's a word for that. I don't remember what it is, but
it's just calling it like bounty instead of like.
He's not.
Fucking
I don't think he's trying to say like, oh, this is the same HK series from fucking 5,000 years ago. These are new droids, but They serve the same purpose, maybe.
Hey man, there's probably a droid manufacturer out there that probably repurposed them. I don't know. I mean, I'll probably look on the Wikipedia for it. You know, I don't remember this like in a New Central Guide to Droids though about the HK units. But I mean, who knows? I mean, who knows? It probably is not the same literally line of droids because that'd be ridiculous.
I would hope not.
It would be weird because it's just weird because they're fucking using shit from like thousands of years ago. It would be outdated as fuck.
It's not like it would be the same thing like thousands of years ago. Like the idea I was saying, the joke I was making, like HK like 1,000 or 10,000, whatever, is because like I guess it'd be so far into the HK line, they just don't even look the fucking same. Like they look like completely unrecognizable.
Yeah,
right.
Because I don't know. I mean, like there's probably some bullshit comic out there. Where it's like there's like an IG 20, you know, like there's the IG 20 unit.
Maybe it's comparable to like. Maybe it's comparable to like astromechs because technically astromech droids.
Yeah, I mean astromechs have been around for a minute.
But they were like completely like the R units, the R series are completely different from the T series.
Yeah, the T
whatever
series,
they were called in the Old Republic. But they serve the same function.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it could be something like that. I mean I was joking, like, you know, the IG units is like it could be like an IG 20, like fucking looks nothing like the IG 88 or actually I was gonna bring up some shit from the Marvel comics. I'm not even gonna talk about that because like IG-88 has like siblings in the Marvel comics. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna leave that there.
Of course it is. Of course it is. I mean, he controls the damn Death Star. Why wouldn't he have siblings?
Why didn't he have brethren?
Failed droid revolution.
Yeah, quite literal sense, but but I don't know, man. It's like the comic itself, though. The art also, like, I don't know, bro, because like this artist, I like them on Outlander, and I like them on what's it called, Acts of War. But for some reason, this just didn't do it for me. Like it I think it was the art overlap on the text boxes. It's like it ruined the art for me, low key. Like when there was action scenes though, like the ship battles, that looked pretty good. But when it was anything but that, it just looked ass, bro. Like it didn't look that good. And also like Stark himself, like Aiko Stark, he's not really like a good villain. It's like this whole series, we don't really have that many villains here. Like let me count on my fingers how many real villains are in the whole past like 30 issues you read. So we got the one environmentalist dude that worked for the Republic that like was evil. I don't remember his name. I'm not gonna pretend to know.
I don't even know who you're referring to be honest with you.
I know who it is. I just don't remember.
That tells it all. You don't even know who I'm referring to.
I don't even freaking remember.
From Prelude to Rebellion, it's like the evil
bureaucrat
guy from like Prelude to Rebellion. He had like the black suit, the black hair. He had a fiend smile.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I forgot
like a fiend smile.
I know who it is. I just don't remember his name.
He was trying to convince people of Syria to like, you know, give in to the technological revolution. That guy.
Give in to cyberpunk.
It's like
wake the fuck up, samurai.
There was that guy. There was Aura Singh. There's Aura Singh again. More Aura Singh. Then there was I guess
Volpe Carco.
I was getting them. Just like there's Ayla's uncle. That's number 3. And then there's Jesus. Who else would it be? I mean, what's another villain?
See, I'm looking on my shelf. I don't. MSS Malice there. Who is the villain in that? I forget.
The Russians, the bootleg Russians.
The bootleg Russians.
Prince, the red.
The fucking Russian mafia.
There's what was his name? They were called the Red Terror, Red Star something. They were just Russians.
Red something. They're just.
I don't even remember, dude.
It's like there's that guy who's a bum. Oh yeah, I remember now. It was the hut with one half of his head blown off.
Oh yeah,
badass.
He had like the damn Shatterpoint animals in it, the act dogs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like so that's 4 villains, and then 5 Volpe Carco, 6 I guess Ayako Stark. I mean, like these villains are weak as hell, bro. It's like
They are.
all of them is really
Unfortunately.
cool. It's like Aura Singh. Like all these other ones, they're just like come on, bro, fucking Hut. I hope
They're,
his head
they're
was
pushovers. They're fucking
a
pushovers.
green nasty ass green Hut.
Green
Fucking-
Hut.
He's
Green Hut. And then like his Stark's outfit reminds me of Lando from Solo, the fucking yellow and black fucking like outfit. I was
He
like
does have
thinking
a
of him the
Lando
whole
outfit.
time. Dude thinks he's him.
And it's like he doesn't get killed off or nothing. He just goes into a different business, you know.
Yeah, he
Murder
joins the
goes
Commerce
in the
Guild.
witness
That's
protection
why I was
program.
getting the two confused. He joins the Commerce Guild.
Quite literally joins the Commerce Guild, dude.
He's a
Dude becomes
separatist.
incredibly good.
And yeah, incredibly good. That's a reference. But
Yeah, of all time. But I mean, this fucking comic, like, I mean, I guess I can say my piece.
Well, I hadn't just finished just yet. I thought you were gonna say something about Stark.
Tony
Oh,
Stark.
sorry. My bad.
Yeah,
You can-
all right.
Yeah.
No, I was saying like, were you about to say something about Stark?
No, I'm kind of like just like I said my piece about him. He's just not a very good villain.
Oh, I mean that's just my thing. I just don't think like the series itself doesn't really have that many really good villains, and Ayako Star is just kind of like onto the list. I think the Rite of Passage villains they're good, but not because of writing. It's more so like hype and aura, like unironically.
Did we forget the fucking Dathomirian women?
Oh yeah, I forgot about those guys. There's them.
Yeah, the proto Mother Talzin.
Yeah, like I forgot. I almost
Discount Mother Talzin.
What's her name? I don't remember her name.
I forgot.
I'm almost saying Genzarian.
One of the girls was Zalem, I think. Zalem was one of the girls.
The nicest that serves Zinch in his empire.
Quite literally.
Empire War character.
X-Wing character.
Yeah, Zalem was her name. Yeah, that was it.
Oh yeah.
Zinj.
I don't know, like the comic, it was okay, I guess. I mean, I feel like this is probably one of the most gassed up comics in the whole EU like fandom. Like I remember when people tell me like the original Star Wars series, and I was like, yeah, man, the Hyperspace War is probably one of the best parts, the best arcs. It's probably one of the best arcs.
No, it's not.
It is
And
not.
it's like it is
subpar at best.
This is not like one of the best. I probably thought it was one of the best like 5 years ago, but like this shit is not one of the best.
And like I kind of know I said I liked it after I read it, but like I was thinking about it as time went on. I'm like, this is like fucking average. It's average ass comic. I like the character stuff more than the actual fucking intrigue and plot.
It's very mid. I think that's all I have to say about it. It's just mid. You can go.
Yeah.
Or Lance, you want to go?
I think I have a point that I think, bothers me a little bit is that like title of the whole fucking comic series is like Stark Hyperspace War. It's barely a war. It's like a battle that like lasts for a couple of days.
I mean, dude, that's
I
like
feel the same way.
I mean that's like every Star Wars comic book that like shows like a war. I mean, like it always has.
It's always kind of like a weird thing, but I mean, then again, Stark Hyperspace battle wouldn't sound cool.
Yeah, it's a war that happened on one planet.
The war in
in like
quotation marks.
And
like a few days
even.
Battles.
Shoot.
I mean,
half the battles were
they call it a conflict in the story itself.
I mean, I guess it could be called a conflict, but it's not like a war.
It's a mini war.
At least to me.
I mean, that's my point though. Okay, I'm saying like you're talking about how it's marketed as a war.
Yeah.
But like literally inside the story, it's like when they were counting, they called it conflict. They never actually called it a war.
Yeah. That's where like I hit the disconnect.
They said it was the closest thing to the war, like before the invasion of Naboo, but they never call like an actual war.
Yeah, that's like a marketing thing. But
well, yeah, Dark Horse likes to call their books war. So I mean,
yeah, like the fucking
Great Sith War, the Great Sith War,
Legacy War, literal war,
Kotor War,
War. Hey, it's in the fucking opening crawler, Revenge of the Sith. War.
Head ass.
Count Dooku died. The end.
Yeah, George,
Yep.
George was reading these Dark Horse comics. He's like, yeah, let's start Revenge of the Sith off with that.
Yeah,
That's-
they started like using war a lot. Yeah,
We should make our own opening crawls for our like Star Wars D&D stuff. That'd be badass.
Hell yeah.
It was a time of peace, and 3 fiends decided to save the galaxy. The end.
three things decided to save the galaxy.
This is our Dark Empire.
Hell yeah. Anyway, Cam, what'd you think, dude?
Okay, aside from the intrigue, political bullshit that like is fleshed out, the actual fighting getting like off screen, like that fucking massive assault on the cave system, it's just Jay Stalin's fucking stupid ass narration. Like, oh, they came out of small sides, we shot them to shit, they came again, and they came again, and then they ran out of ammunition. It's like, fucking bro, we can do better than this. But the character stuff I thought was cool. Like Tavaka and Plo Koon had a pretty good relation. I know I said like earlier before we started the stream that like I felt like needed a bit more to it, but it's already an established relationship. The comic does a good job of doing that, and like you feel for Tavaka when he gets blasted. Qui-Gon had some cool moments though. I liked like, Qui-Gon Obi-Wan showing up like pre Phantom Menace.
Hell
Qui-Gon
yeah.
had some moments where he was acting like a dick though.
No,
Then
he
again,
didn't. No, he didn't.
I don't know. There's like I don't know. There's the way he like was like phrasing stuff with the Nemoidian. Dude was acting like he was taken.
I mean, it's new gunnery, dude. I mean,
That's fair. To be
it's
yeah,
new gunnery.
fair.
He's being a dickhead.
Qui-Gon isn't
There's a
exactly
reason why
polite,
Tavaka's
anyways.
dead. I mean, I'd be
That is
pissed off
true.
too.
That is true. Well, Qui-Gon was cool to see him. Like it's just cool seeing like younger versions of like characters.
You know,
Like Obi-Wan and
peak
Quinlan's little moment.
Qui-Gon.
Yeah. And then Quinlan and Thulm. That was another good like that whole side quest in the comic. I actually like. I mean, didn't really impact the plot or like matter. Not really. It's just like MacGuffin plot device, so we can like have these characters do some shit, but it kind of like helps like their relationship along.
Yeah,
I feel like if you read
Quinlan on the
like that
cover.
part of the but the relationship stuff is good. That's the only if you want more stuff about Plo Koon, if you want more Qui-Gon Obi-Wan, I mean they're Qui-Gon Obi-Wan like background. I mean the Qui-Gon has a few lines of dialogue, but like the whole comic's mainly a Plo Koon comic at heart. Like it's like every one of these comics seems to focus on a specific Jedi. I mean Quinlan Voss more than others. But like if you want to learn about all the background Jedi and like the sequel, the fucking prequel trilogy, like read these comics, and this is the one where it's Plo Koon. Randolph Tarkin, that dude just felt like so generic, and I don't like said I don't even know. Like I mean, my guess is that he's like Tarkin's brother, or like the Tarkin we know.
No,
That's my guess.
He's more like from what I remember, like I think it's more speculated he's a cousin.
Cousin. That could
I
work.
was thinking he was like an uncle or something because I mean he's old as hell in this.
I mean, yeah,
He is a little bit
it's
old.
either like an uncle or like some type of cousin, but like he is in the house Tarkin.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
His death was funny as fuck. Like
Yeah,
seeing his charred like body. Fuck, I'm like,
he literally died
fucking-
with a mean face.
He fucking blew himself up.
Like
moron.
he had a fiendish grin on his corpse, bro.
Yeah, it's fucking like descend
Yeah.
into insanity, trying to like, you got us into this mess, like get us out. Well,
It is. Yeah. Every member of the Tarkin family is a dickhead.
they're all schizophrenic fucking idiots.
We got this Tarkin. We got the Tarkin from the Empire. We got Del Vardis. We got
Shayla Page.
Yeah, all of them are dickheads.
Tarkin family or just Tarkinators.
Tarkinators. I think it's funny though, like when he died, like Ariadu as a hero, even though he didn't really do anything.
Even though he died like a fucking moron. He died like
other
a fucking
than
idiot.
cause the problem.
Yeah, this dude is the whole reason this fucking bullshit blew up, and he quite literally blew up in his face. And he's like, "Yeah, hero of Iradu." Right off Tarkin.
It's funny.
Wait, did y'all say hero of Ariadu?
Yeah. I said
Well, he was
hero
hailed
of
as a
Ariado.
hero on Ariadu. I don't know what the title was though, but
Are you talking about in the comic?
Yeah. The end of the
They,
comic.
they say he's the hero of Troikan.
Well, I didn't say he was the hero of Ariadu. What I'm saying is he's hailed as a hero.
No, I just said he's like,
on
the hero of
Ariadu.
Ariado.
Oh, I thought Ken was saying that like they call him a hero of Ariadu in the story. And I was like, huh?
I said that. I mean, he's
No,
the
no,
hero
no.
of Troikan.
Yeah, he's
I
the
mean,
hero of Troikan.
Yeah. People from Ariado kind of like hailed him as like this hero, even though he died like an idiot. He's the reason they were in this mess. Troikan, a cool planet name. I'll give a comic that. Troikan.
I read it as Tolkien at first.
Hero of Tolkien.
I read Stark's first name is the Moons of Iago from Clone Wars.
Dude, I think it's
Or
funny.
Iago,
Like,
whatever the fuck.
they gave him the name Stark. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, he's like Tony Stark. Jarvis.
I bet they called it that to
then.
compete with Marvel. Hey, we got Stark in our name. Anyway.
We got Stark, but we got a better Stark.
No, they don't. No, we don't.
No, I'm talking about Marvel Stark.
Marvel has the better
Tony
Stark.
Stark is better. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you were saying that Dark Horse said better. Like, no.
Fuck no. This guy is barely a blip on my radar.
Yeah, man. But Ken, did you have anything else to say, brother?
Not really. This comic just doesn't give me like it doesn't make my brain like think hard. Makes my brain soft.
Yeah, it makes your brain small and smooth.
Yeah, it makes my smooth brain fucking like
Yep.
walnut sized brain after reading this shit.
Yep. Well,
actually, I forgot. The gear of the Republic soldiers got me. I thought that shit was cool. I'm also a sucker for military stuff, so the actual design of their uniforms and their gear and like their kits and like the webbing they wear, I thought that was badass. And Jay Stalin, yeah, he doesn't do much, but he was cool.
he was in it. He was in it. This is his introduction.
Yeah, this is his introduction into the wider galaxy, but he's cool.
Yep. Well, the comic itself, the story is actually, it's not bad. It's not a bad story. It's a decent story. It's just the way, for me, the way it was told was pretty bad. Because, like I said, the Stark Hyperspace War itself, the conflict itself took place a little over a decade before the Phantom Menace. And so it took place a long time before Phantom Menace. In fact, I think it's mentioned in Plagueis, I think. The Darth Plagueis novel. Is it Tidus, is it mentioned in there? I'm pretty sure it
is.
Yeah. And so is the Yunkori uprising or the Yunkori conflict from Acts of War, but
any story you can think of from the prequel era, like in this time frame, is referenced in Plagueis.
Yep. So that tells you kind of where it is in the timeline. I was telling I mentioned this earlier, but my problem with the story is this should have been its own mini series that was set before Phantom Menace. Maybe as a tie-in to of course Republic, but it should have been its own mini series. It shouldn't have been told in the sort of recollection format. Because all that did was invite more text bubbles and whatnot, which isn't always bad, but it can be bad. And I think this is an example because unnecessary text in comics are not fun because you have the artwork that can tell the story as well.
Yeah.
So when you have just these all these characters telling the story for you, it just kind of takes you out of it. At least it did for me.
It just didn't work for the story they wanted to tell.
I mean, it took me about an hour to get through this, and this is only a 4-issue comic. It should have taken me maybe 30 minutes tops, but it took me almost an hour. I think it took me like 50 minutes to get through because there was just a lot of reading.
Yeah.
So
also the whole talking heads have been like kind of goofy. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, they were
weird.
Goofy.
That took me out of it. Like at times.
Now, Tidus mentioned earlier, and I when I read this, I knew I was going to talk about it because I think it's important. But Tyvaka in this comic calls Qui-Gon a gray Jedi. And this is one of the very few mentions of it in an actual story. It has a bunch of mentions in guidebooks and source books and whatever. But this is one of the few instances in an actual story where it's mentioned. And this is important because there is a narrative online that Grey Jedi is a fan fiction concept. It's not. It's been in licensed Star Wars stories for decades. And this is an example of it right here. Tyvaka mentions it. Now, is the concept of a Grey Jedi, could you actually be that in universe? No, I don't believe so. And I argue that every Jedi that's called that really isn't. They're really a part of one side or the other. They may have dark side tendencies, but that doesn't necessarily, or light side. There's really not a dark sider that calls himself a Grey Jedi, but like almost every so-called Grey Jedi, they're light side users. The Imperial Knights in Legacy, the Jyn Sarai, the Jolie Bendu, Qui-Gon. These have all been called Grey Jedi, but they're really light side users that are not Jedi, or are, well, I guess Qui-Gon is a Jedi, but there's also the definition of a Grey Jedi. There's two definitions. The other one is they're a Jedi that act independently from the Council, which obviously is that is true. There are Grey Jedi in that sense. I wouldn't say Qui-Gon is a part of that. I just think Qui-Gon, he didn't act independently of the Council, but he didn't like the Council. But I don't think that necessarily makes him a Grey Jedi. If he acted independently from the Council, he wouldn't have gone to the Council to ask to train Anakin. He would have just done it on his own if he could, obviously, if he wasn't killed. But he wanted the Council's approval. But yeah, so if you are an EU fan and you see people saying that garbage, that Grey Jedi were a fan fiction concept, point into this. It's not. It's an in-universe concept that I don't think was ever really achieved, because I don't think it can be achieved. But it's certainly a concept in universe. So don't ever, people say that crap, they're objectively wrong, because it's in here, it's in the KOTOR campaign guide, it's in the Legacy issue 0. Those I think there was 2 issue 0s that had issue 0 and the issue like 0.5, something like that. It's in there. So just, if people say that, they're literally wrong. Outside of that, I thought Tyvaka, to the story itself, I thought Tyvaka was a great character. Plo Koon was a great character. I would say they're kind of the central characters of this story. I think Tyvaka is probably one of the better, probably my favorite of the Jedi Wookiees. I think I even liked it more than Lobaka, which is weird because I'm a post Jedi guy. But Lowy never really actually did a whole lot. I mean, he did stuff in Young Jedi Knights, but after that, he didn't really do anything. I felt like Tyvaka in like the issue that we saw of him, I really enjoyed him. But Plo Koon, like I said, was great. I really liked his character in this. But yeah, other than that, it's really wordy. This should have been its own miniseries that was not told through, sort of a flashback format or whatever. But that's kind of all I've got to say about it. So, gentlemen, do you guys want to add anything else?
No, I'm tapped out.
No, that's it.
All right. Well, we're going to move on then to the last story that we're going to review in this episode, which is the Devaronian version, which are the next 2 issues in Republic. I think it's issues 40 and 41, if I remember right. Something like that. This is a very infamous story within Republic. It is basically Villy's. He's on Arshada with a bunch of other, people, and he's telling them the story, like other, bounty hunters, smugglers, whatever they are, and he's telling them basically how he killed Jedi and all this other stuff, and he's trying to make himself sound really cool and whatever. It's a really bad retelling of Jedi Council Acts of War. it's not, I won't say a bad retelling. It's Billy's telling of it. But to try and make him look like he's this really cool, awesome person. A badass, in other words. But that's basically all it is. It's kind of a joke comic, but it's not a comic you're meant to take real seriously. It is canon.
It does have serious parts to it. Like it literally reveals like a whole angle of acts of war that like you never get a real answer to. Like how did the Yankori amass like such a power overnight? Like we're just told that they've been like raiding worlds, but like they literally explain here that like Villy supplied them like the ships, they raided it.
Yeah.
The whole dumbass
that is
like
true.
It's his
So
cousin.
they blew up a whole
His
shipyard.
cousin haven't been forced into marriage with them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess I oversimplified it a little bit more than I should have, but it's there's a scene in it where Yoda says "my precious," precious.
Yeah, and after he gets done sucking on Plo Koon's toes.
Oh, fucking gross. They fucking turn Yoda into a goddamn dog in this fucking comic. He's like,
it's not the writer, it's Billy. Billy's doing.
Oh yeah, well, it's still just weird seeing Yoda acting like a goddamn fucking puppy. It's so uncanny.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
And then like the fucking Agent Cola are fucking like crying like that whole fucking scene is uncanny. I don't know. The scene right after with like Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan like literally being like incredibly evil and like threatening to kill Billy and they bring him before the council. It's like, what are we gonna do with him? Yeah, so fucking weird.
Yeah, and he calls the Emperor Bobo.
And he gets eaten alive. Don't forget that Palpatine dies.
He does die in the comic. Palpatine dies.
Yeah, Palpatine gets eaten alive by his pet. Fucking dumb.
It was hilarious, dude.
There's a similar scene in a canon novel where Palpatine gets eaten and like cuts his way out. But...
It is. No, he dies. He dies.
No more Palpatine.
It's over.
It's over.
No more
No more Bobo.
No more Rule of Two. No more Bobo.
This is what Palpatine was talking about in Dark Empire when he said, "I have died before." This is what he's talking about.
Rise of Skywalker. He's like, "I have died before."
Yeah, they were both talking about this.
Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, fucking Billy's fucking adventure.
Well, yeah. I mean, like Tidus is right. It does reveal a little, sort of a different part of the story that we otherwise didn't see in Acts of War, but it's also a joke comic. There's a lot of humor in this. It is funny.
Also, Darth Maul cameo.
Yoda saying "my precious." That was pretty good.
That was crazy.
But anyway, it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was a funny comic. What'd you guys think?
Darth Maul cameo was cool. Seeing Darth Maul just like beat on Billy.
Oh yeah, Darth Maul beat the shit out of Billy.
Yeah, he just kicked the shit out of him.
Come on, why don't you get your bad boy on Billy?
It was funny. It was a good.
I think Billy's a cool like side character. I hope he shows up in more stuff like post.
Like, I'm sure he will.
I hope he shows up in more stuff. He's cool. He's a fun little quirky character in the EU.
Yep. I can only imagine if you were reading these comics as they were coming out back in the day, and then you read these 2 issues, like, oh, that's a nice break from all the violence and destruction. Anyway.
And then the comic shows an entire shipyard being blown up.
Oh well, that don't count.
I think this is the funniest that Star Wars ever gets, dude. Like on paper, this is the funniest Star Wars ever gets.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Tag and Bink.
Huh?
What about Tag and Bink?
Tag and Bink is sometimes funny, but it's kind of unfunny. Tag and Bink is like too like self-aware. Like they break the fourth wall way too many times.
That's fair.
Like this is funny because like the sheer absurdity of it and like how stupid it is. Because the people that are listening to the story literally know that Billy's an unreliable narrator, but they're still sitting there fucking listening anyway, just because they want to get to the end of the story.
Yeah, they're just sitting there like, how is he gonna make more shit up? How is this shit gonna end?
Because it's like, because I love the ending of it, where it's like, Wait a minute, Billy. We know about that Jedi you've been running with, Quillen Voss. Don't worry about it. Quinn ain't no real Jedi. He just got drunk one day and Billy gave him a lightsaber.
And he blows Quinlan away. He blows Quinlan away.
Yeah, like,
Dude,
so,
I was dying at that, bro.
I'm a Jedi. Give me some money, man. Hey, you go buy my now.
Quite literally, it fucking reminded me of fucking Surfer Quinlan from Clone Wars. Like, hey,
Man,
man.
that's him, dude. That was him.
Yeah, that's where
Surfer
Filoni
Quinlan.
read.
Filoni read this fucking comic.
The only Quillen Voss comic Filoni read is Devaronian version. That's where he got it from.
Yep. Anybody who's a drunk
Hey,
guy,
man. Bro.
Come on, I need more money for booze, Billy.
I just think it's funny because like Billy, it seems like Billy had grown to kind of respect Quinn, but then in this comic he's like basically making it look like Quinn ain't no big deal.
Yeah, he's gonna throw him under the bus.
I mean,
Talking all this shit about
slandered
Quinn.
him for like he's not even getting paid to slander him. He just slandered him.
He just did it because why not?
Yeah, it was that was a pretty funny part. I thought that was funny.
So I mean, that's why I love him, bro. Like he's like one of my favorite side characters in the whole damn EU, playing Billy. Because there's no character in Star Wars. I mean, there's jokesters in Star Wars, but there's no one that like just lie about someone that because they're practically close. Like they're like close allies, and he just lied about his ass completely. No pay, no reason, just to have some fun.
He just did it.
Yeah,
because
man.
He wanted to have a laugh.
Just to be a comedian.
Just to be our favorite little comedian.
Bro's the talk about fucking the EU. And for those who don't know, that's a Jujutsu Kaisen character. His whole fucking shtick is being a comedian.
Yep. That's Billy right there. That's our Billy.
That's Billy.
That's Billy.
That's Billy. Oh, Vilmar.
Billy.
Yeah,
Billy. Billy and his Wi-Fi.
Anyway,
what's up?
I think that's all we've got. You guys got anything else?
Well, I was gonna say something about the Devaronian version, and that like, I just find it funny though, because I was trying to Wikipedia like some of the stuff that I was talking about. The whole thing about him talking about there was a secret treasure that Palpatine wanted, and that Palpatine stole a treasure from like the temple. I didn't even realize that this short of a thing got referenced in the Last of the Jedi books, the Jude Watson books, and apparently so. They said that whatever was happening here was just propaganda. Like there was no actual treasure inside the temple. Like that was just like a rumor that went around the galaxy. So I guess Billy's story got around so much that like it became like galactic rumor, and people just thought like the Jedi were hoarding like treasure. Like,
yeah,
that's funny, bro.
that's so stupid.
That's just fucking funny. Those filthy Jedi hoarding their treasure.
That means somebody genuinely believe like Palpatine getting bored alive by like a giant like pet dog. Like, come on, bro.
Just imagine that rumor like going around the Empire. Like fucking stormtroopers here in the Empire. Fucking stormtroopers like, hey, did you hear Palpatine got bored by a fucking purple monster?
Yeah, I heard it was called Bobo too.
Bobo. You ever read Bobo comics? What's that?
Bobo hired Billy to crit the Inquiry Uprising.
Quite literally, dude. I mean, it's insane, but like, because he literally did start the conflict. It's just like he's so like unserious about it. And bro, I feel bad for his cousin, low key. Like, what's his name? Omar. Like, bro, he put him in a forced marriage of 5 gargantuan ass lizards. Like, damn, bro.
I feel
like,
so bad for that guy.
And he's in Republic custody too, because the Republic found him and not Billy. Like, come on, bro.
Bro got the short end of that stick. Fuck.
Dude, that's how Billy treats his family. It's how he shows his love.
Quite literally.
It's his
I
love
find
language.
it hilarious at first.
His love language is treating you like shit.
And quite literally, I find it hilarious at first when he's like lying to the dudes about it. And he's saying like, "So they asked Billy to marry them, but Billy say, I'll bring my son instead." It's like, Billy doesn't have son, but Billy has buffoon cousin.
It's pretty good. Ostrander, didn't he write that? He wrote that.
Yeah, he wrote that.
Well, it's kind of cool though, because like Ostrander can write like really serious Star Wars, but then he writes this, and it's like, wow. I mean, he has versatility for sure.
He's a fiend.
He definitely does.
I mean, his DC comics are like this, like his Suicide Squad and Martian Manhunter. Like they're just like this. Like they're just they're comedic. Like he doesn't take it like too seriously.
Yeah, that's good. I mean,
But,
comedic relief is always, especially in Star Wars, because like even back in like A New Hope, like Star Wars wasn't always serious. I mean, I think some people they only want serious Star Wars. Like, well, I mean, even the originals had their moments of joking. With the droids, for example. 3PO and
Han
R2.
Solo.
I mean,
Han and Leia had their moments.
Star Wars needs comedy, bro.
Yeah, it's not just 100% serious all the time. There is supposed to be, like in Vector Prime. I think one of the reasons why it's my favorite Star Wars book is like, I mean, there's a scene in it where, I mean, y'all have read it, so I guess I can say it.
Yeah.
I was hesitant because I know Tyson read the whole series, but he didn't read that book. But there's a scene where like, Han and Chewie are like trying to run, like they're like what TIE bombers, right?
Yep.
And they're trying to run. They're like, they had to like they're running from. I forget it. It's been so long since I read the book, but they're like holding the throttle and they're like screaming as they're going like.
Oh yeah. It's like ludicrous speed.
Like that kind of stuff. Like Star Wars needs more of that stuff. I think
it does.
I think Ostrander got that right with Billy. So
yeah, needs more fiendry.
Yeah, needs some more lighthearted moments in it. Yeah, I mean it is badass. Billy is a badass.
Needs more badassery.
I will tell y'all this, but we don't have to read this necessarily. The comic technically ends on a cliffhanger because it's like Billy gets offered a job by the dude that does get followed up, and it gets followed up in the Star Wars Tales comic, and the Star Wars Tales comic with Billy is hilarious, but we don't have to read that.
Is it when does it take place?
I was saying that this is a cliffhanger, so it would take place like right before Rite of Passage, but after this.
Oh, well, I mean, we can read that if you want to add it.
I mean, no, it's like unless you just want more like of a fiend. I mean, there's no point.
I mean, hey, it's Billy. I mean, is it funny?
Hell yeah, it's funny. It's hilarious.
Well, shoot, then we'll read it to him. Shoot, why not?
It's like he almost gets eaten alive in it. It's hilarious.
Ooh.
Eaten alive and digested.
Yeah, he lies about Bobo getting alive. Now he's getting getting karma for it.
Hey, guys, Billy's on the opposite end of stick now.
Billy is going to consume every food.
We can read that. Anyway, I think that's all we've got, guys. So next episode will be the final episode for before. Well, I say final, but we might come back to the series if like we read a Clone Wars story and we find out, hey, we should probably read this other thing too. This pre-Clone Wars story, because the EU is so interconnected, and sometimes you have to go back and read other stories to appreciate a different story. So, but anyway, next episode we're gonna do Rite of Passage. We'll do that Tales issue or that story from Tales. Or I don't want to read the whole fucking issue. I don't want to read that. I don't want to read the whole Tales issue, but yeah, then we'll get back to Clone Wars stuff. So, which I can't wait to get back to because
I'm excited.
The series, but anyway, Rite of Passage, that Billy story from Tales, and then we'll get back to Clone Wars stuff. So that is all we've got. Thank you guys very much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. May the Force be with you.
Peace.
Always.